Soundbytes IGTV. Keeping new music alive is what I do on the radio and now on video. Conducting live chats with the artists and learning the stories behind their latest release and also playing their new video. Special thanks to my good friend Jody Best of Best Bet Promotions for coordinating and scheduling today's artists. Having over 20 plus years in the music industry, if you're looking for a highly successful promotion and marketing professional who's extremely motivated, look no further than Jody Best. For more information, contact Jody via email at bestbetpromo@yahoo.com. Special thanks today to my sponsor, Go-Go Tuners, for all guitar players looking for a focus on ease of use, readability, durability, and accuracy. Look no further. The Go-Go Tuner is the choice of many touring professionals and a favorite of casual players. Go-Go's signature green you're in and red you're out screen makes tuning quick and easy. For more information, go to the website at gogotuners.com. Special thanks to WBXO Classic Rock Radio Redefined, allowing me to keep new music alive on the radio airways on the Pat Show every Sunday from 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Only on WBXO Classic Rock Redefined. And a big thank you to Mr. Evan Balzer for allowing me to use his amazing instrumental that you're hearing right now. It's called Trails. To find out more incredible music by Evan, go to his website at evanbalzer.com. And my special guest, well, he's an incredible, talented young man, singer, multi-instrumentalist, Mr. Griffin Tucker. Griffin has rocked the world at a young age, being on American Idol and The Voice in his early teens. And he has taken all that experience and now has evolved into a true rocker with his band, The Real Rock Revolution. Griffin and his band has released a track called Gypsy Woman. We're going to play the video. We're going to talk to Griffin about his young career and his current band that will rock your socks off. And a whole lot more right here on Pat Soundbytes IGTV. Hey, live on Pat Soundbytes IGTV, rocking the world, keeping new music alive on the radio and video here in New York. Holy, I don't even want to curse. I tried not to curse all day today. Do we got a rocker? New generation of rockers are here today, and this cat is some rocker. He's a singer, he's a songwriter. How he's not a superstar, I have no idea. I'll stop the F-bomb right there. I have no idea. He's been on American Idol. He's been on The Voice. We need him here at Daryl's house in New York. And I'm telling you, this video of Gypsy Woman, his latest release, needs to go viral. I want to be in Griff Army, Griff fan club or whatever. Anyway, welcome from Dallas, Texas, Griffin Tucker. Holy shit, Griffin. Oh, thank you for your time, my man.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for having me. I love your enthusiasm. It's just very, very refreshing to me. It makes me smile.
Dude, I got in Griff contagious. I listen to Gypsy Woman. I go, oh, this is cool. This is good. I love it. I'm into all the new music and stuff like that. I want to hear more about this guy. Heart Full of Love should be a freaking hit. Believe It should be a hit. Some Kind of Love should be a hit. Light It Up should be a hit. Girlfriend should be. I think I ran out of watching everything that you have done from the age of 8 to 20. I'm like, wow, unbelievable talent, Griffin. So why aren't you a superstar? Would somebody please tell me that before I lose my mind?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I would love to be just going everywhere and performing everywhere and reaching so many different people. That would just be my dream, just be able to reach new people with the blessings that I've been given, you know.
Dude, it's gonna happen. There's no doubt in my mind. Mark my words, Griffin Tucker Music dot Griffin Tucker Music dot rocks. Mark my words for this young man. Holy, I'll refrain myself before my wife comes out and starts screaming at me for cursing too much. Gypsy Woman, his latest release came out April 3rd. It's got 15,000 views. Griffin, bring me to the beginning. I mean, I'm reading it all started at the age of 8. I mean, is mom and dad musically inclined? How did you find the love of music? Who inspired you? Obviously, you're way too young to watch the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1964. So, what was it that you said, yeah, I like this? Besides getting all the girls, I guess. Go ahead.
My first real introduction into music in general was actually when I was about 6 months old. I had this terrible virus disease, one of those, bad medical words. This thing called RSV. It's a respiratory disease, and I had to be stuck in the hospital for a very, very long time. And the only thing that would ever stop me from crying and would keep me calm was listening to stuff like Baby Einstein, which would just be like classical music, or I would just be listening to Bach or Mozart or Beethoven. I would just be absorbing that, because of course when you're 6 months old, your brain is just like a sponge. So I'm just constantly listening to all this stuff. And of course down the road I kept listening to that. But when my mom started driving me to school, I started listening to the Beatles radio, because my mom knew that she could always have that on and not have to worry about, subject matter or, profanity or any stuff like that. It was all very family friendly type of stuff. And I just took to it. I don't know what it was. Obla Di Obla Da was the first song I really remember being like, I love this sound. I love these new instruments. It's not like strings and brass and all. It's like acoustic guitars and pianos and drums and vocals. And of course, wanting to play the instruments really came from watching videos of like the Ed Sullivan Show. I'd watch Ringo on the drums and be like, man, he looks so cool, just like bobbing his head around. I kind of want to do that too. And so my mom would like take me to the music store, and my dad and my brother actually wanted to learn how to play guitar. And being 4 or 5 years old, I couldn't stay by myself at the house. So I was just there, and I was like, can I go to the drum room? And mom was like, yeah, just go ahead. And of course, I was 4 years old. I was hitting every cymbal, every drum. I was hitting every bongo. And that natural curiosity just kind of carried me to where I am now. It started with drums, then it moved to piano, and then guitar and bass and mandolin, ukulele, harmonica, recorder, all the like classical percussion instruments like timpani and xylophone and all that. It's just been a natural curiosity and a natural love for music that's kind of gotten me to where I am, as far as what all I've done and what all I've learned.
When did mom and dad realize that there's something here, that he's gravitating to all of this, and maybe we should get lessons and just let him go and keep going?
I think my mom and dad really love to tell the story. I think it was their first like aha moment. It was when I was first starting to play drums. I got my first electronic drum set when I was 6 for my 6th birthday. I got that and I was so happy. I just wanted to learn every song that I ever listened to on my shuffle or whatever. And I would just like I would just be by myself in my music room, just hanging out and listening to like Beatles, Kiss, AC/DC, all these great bands, Led Zeppelin. And I listened to this song called Black Diamond by Kiss.
I love it. Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
And I learned how to play drums to that song. And I started learning how to both sing and play drums at the same time.
Jeez.
So at one day, I was just doing it like on my own time. My mom and dad walked in, saw me singing and playing drums to Black Diamond, just
out
like going crazy
for a living. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I was playing that, and they were like, I think our son actually like has something. I think he's actually gonna be like doing this like seriously, because
our kid. What is he doing?
They thought it was just like, they thought it was just gonna be like noise because I was 6 years old and I had a drum set. So they got an electronic drum set so they could like adjust the volume if they needed to. But of course I just kept going at it, and I took a few months of lessons for drums, a few months of lessons for piano. But besides that, I've just been self-taught and just like locking myself, just being by myself and wanting to like learn all these different songs and maybe try writing my own songs. So it's all just been very, very natural. And my mom and dad kind of saw that whenever I was just by myself learning these songs.
So, what was the first song you wrote, or first concert, or what got Griffin Tucker like the website and got you to like, wow, this is you're going to start to be marketed?
Um, I guess the way I started off like actually performing was I was in a Beatles tribute band. When I was 8, I played drums and I did vocals in a Beatles tribute band. I started off doing that, and I just had so much fun just playing for people and just getting to play music I love. Um, After that, I got an offer to be. Well, I didn't get an offer. I actually auditioned to be a part of Zendaya's backing band whenever she released her album Replay. I think it was. It had her song Replay on it, and that was just like the best experience I had ever felt in my life. Just getting to go to Chicago and California and New York
A
and
young
like
Dallas guy going like, what?
absolutely. It was the dream. It was being maybe 11 years old. I just wanted to go everywhere and perform. And it was really just a taste of what was to come. I mean, I've really been lucky. But I did that, and after that I realized that I really want to make a name for myself, and I didn't really want to play other people's stuff exclusively, and I wanted to try venturing into writing my own songs and seeing where that would take me. And of course, being 11 or 12, I just wanted to just try it out, just see how it worked. And my first song, I actually got a deal on my first song with this guy named Patrice Wilson, who you might know was a producer for songs like Friday by Rebecca Black.
Oh yeah.
Being of course, being that young, I was just like, I'll take anything. I'll take any deal I can just to get a song out there. And so the deal was I had to use one of his beats so that he would promote it, and so he would like spread it to like his fan base. But I could put like my lyrics to it. And my mom and my dad wrote the lyrics because I'm still not really a lyric person. I don't know why. I haven't really gotten there yet. I guess I'm kind of like in my early George Harrison phase where I'm just kind of, being really good at like playing the stuff and like maybe writing the music, but I haven't gotten the lyric part yet. But my mom and my dad wrote the lyrics to Girlfriend. Um, and that was my first single. Of course, it's a very poppy song, but of course, people still request it to this day whenever people come to my shows. They're like, do Girlfriend, do Girlfriend. That's the first song I ever heard of yours. And of course, I still love playing it. It's my first song. It's where it all started. But of course, after Girlfriend, I did stuff like Need You Badly and Gotta Get the Girl, and I was really making very poppy songs because being young, my voice was very fit for that type of thing. But whenever my voice started changing and my voice, got a little bit lower, it also became raspier, so it became more of a rock sounding type of voice. And so I decided that I really wanted to start doing rock music and that I wanted to start performing rock music because of course that's always been what I wanted to do, but I wanted it to be the right time, and I wanted to be taken seriously doing it because being a kid and playing rock songs
People
about
think
like,
like,
you know,
he's a kid.
right. So I really wanted to be taken seriously, and I also wanted it to sound the best that it could. Um, and so once I got to that point, I really wanted to make an album or an EP with just a package of songs that would really communicate what I'm about and the type of music that I want to make going forward. It was really just my first statement as to, like, this is who I am. And of course, Believe It. I'm still so proud of Believe It. it's a 5 minute just monster in my eyes, and I love that it has
a
a
great
drum
track. Are
solo
you kidding
and
me?
a bass solo, and of course the breakdown. It's just got everything I love about stadium rock, and I really love that album. Of course, I've released other singles like "Lead Me" and "Heart Full of Love" and "Beautiful Disaster." Time flies, even. But yeah, I just love creating music. I have an affinity for arrangements, and the Beatles. I guess both classical music and the Beatles, that really kind of brought that out in me. Just wanting to wanting to harmonize different instruments, but also, multiple voices. I love like harmony in both different instruments, but also the same instruments just kind of blended together. And I just really loved doing that, and it just kept me going and kept me writing new songs. Yeah.
Oh my God, you said so much there in the last 5 minutes. I want to just bring you back to the younger Griff. What did you have? Well, it's a question I guess I have here. How did you find the confidence to perform on stage in front of a live audience at a young age? I mean, people like freak out at my age and talking public speaking. I mean, here you are. I guess because you're a kid, you probably don't even get nervous. Maybe I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. How did that? Like you able to like? I'm getting in front of all these people and sing bloody blood.
I mean, I guess because I started so young, my abilities. Of course, I was just learning everything, and it just seemed so natural to me just to be playing these different instruments and playing them in front of people was just like, okay, you're here too, but I'm also just having fun by myself.
So
But I do
cool.
remember one time I performed at this place called the Granada Theater. It's in the Dallas area. It's in like it's in the Dallas area, but it's this huge just like theater. And I was playing with my Beatles tribute band, and my mom always loves to remind me that at that first like really big place that I played at, I told her like, Mom, I have this weird feeling in my stomach. I don't know
Oh
what it
no.
is. I don't know like what's going on. She's like, Griffin, that's butterflies. They call that butterflies in your stomach. It's because you're nervous, but you're gonna kill it. And I was like, okay. And I went out there, and of course, it all just went away as soon as I started playing. And that's how it's always been. I've always had a little bit of nervousness right before the show, just wondering how the show will go and like what will happen during the show, because shows can always be unpredictable with, even one person on stage, especially if it's like four different people on a stage. It's so unpredictable. But of course, once you get up there, the adrenaline takes you, and just that rush just carries you through, and it's really just natural that I love playing music, and I don't really get nervous beyond once I get out there and once I really start connecting with the audience.
I think you talk to any artist that they will always tell you, or most of them, I think, will tell you they're nervous before, like you just said, for anything to happen. The guitar string breaks or the sound goes off,
Oh
or
yes.
whatever, or whatever happened. I think, and then the minute you just get into that groove, it's like boom, like you said, it just takes off. So 2017, you put out this EP, 6 tracks. Believe It, which I said all of them. I mean, believe it. I mean, all the songs have, and you mentioned it before. Maybe because you were a young guy, it's got a great poppy sound. I mean, all of them could be a pop hit, and then you start to get into the guitar riffs, and then you could just see you evolve into a teenager, and now into rock with your band, the Real Rock Revolution, which I love. I'm like, man, you're a good looking guy. You got the whole package. You got great products, which is the songs. Um, then you get out American Idol and The Voice. Before I get into that, you mentioned your mom and dad write the lyrics. How cool is that? I mean, it's great to have such love and support from within that they saw it and they want to spend time with you and craft that art and skill. And I always support my children. Hey, whatever it takes, whether I was a coach or whatever you need, I'm there, man. Just go for it, because we're all going to fail. The door's going to slam. You suck, this or that. softball tryouts. My daughter didn't make like a travel team. And I'm like, it's just based on the people's evaluations, you know. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school varsity team. I always remind her of that. How would you like to be that guy? Could you imagine? Like, yeah, no, you're not that good today. It's Michael Jordan. So it is what it is. But great that you got great support. Mom and dad write the lyrics. Is that like, okay, Griff, after dinner, let's go in the room and start writing? Dude, I hope they get credit for the songs, man. They got to be very proud. If they wrote the lyrics, I'm a lyric guy. I want to close my eyes and understand the story. And your songs are very radio friendly, good hooks, melodic. I mean, and you could hear, you could understand everything that you're singing. I mean, it's a home run. It's a home run and above for me. I have no problem putting out all your songs on our rotation and letting everybody know who Griffin Tucker is, man. So that's got to be really cool, right? Having mom and dad on your side and support.
Absolutely. I've been really, really lucky that I have such a supportive home. Something that I can come home to and be like, you killed it at the show. The song is so great. You should be so proud of yourself. It's so wonderful to come home to that, because of course you're always going to be your own worst critic. So it just makes it so it's always a balance of, always like critiquing yourself, but also having that supportive, base of just like your mom and dad and your brother just being like, you're doing great. I love your new song. Last show was great. It's really just amazing. And Peter Frampton is the only major example I can think of where both him and his parents collaborated on his songs. Wow. Because he would write the music and his mom would write the lyrics.
Never knew that. I learned something the other day. Wow, that's so cool. Show me the way with mom, Yeah. Is mom and dad living? Was any of the music their dream through you? I mean, if you didn't get into the music, would you think they would ever tapped into it to write these wonderful songs?
I honestly don't think so. My mom is a criminal defense attorney, and my dad is a car collision center repair manager.
So you got a lawyer and you got a business guy. Nothing to do with music,
right? But of course, one thing, probably the biggest thing that brings them together when it comes to just having fun together is music. And music, of course, we've always just listened to music around the house, gone to shows, and we've always just loved enjoying music together. And of course, when I started playing music and writing music, it seemed only natural that they would just be like, hey, if you need any help, we're here. So I was like, if you want to write lyrics, I mean, I definitely need that because I'm not really good at that. And they were like, well, we aren't either, but we can sure try. And that's really just how it all started. And it wasn't really like my mom and my dad wanted to be writers on the side. It was just like they really wanted to support me, and I've been really lucky that they've wanted to support me for all this time. It's really just been amazing.
Nothing better than family, and nothing better than that. Look, to me and to your family, you're number one, no matter what American Idol or The Voice or again these people's interpretations are. You can go to sleep at night going, man, I did it, and I got the support of the family, which is cool. Where do I go from here? American, which one was first, Idol or The Voice?
The Voice was first.
So The Voice, so mom and dad say, why don't you give it a try, get more exposure by getting it? Did you have to audition? I don't understand the process too much. If you don't mind taking a few minutes just to give me the idea of what happens behind the scene and how that all works. I know they go to different towns and stuff like that, right? So
yes, from what I understand, I think the process is different for everybody. But for me personally, the way it started was they scouted me out. They found a video of mine of me performing at the Texas Top 10 Under 20 competition at the Dallas Guitar Show, which I still think is ironic because it's a guitar competition. It's focused on guitar, not on my vocal abilities. But I guess it was good enough. But yeah, they found me. And I honestly don't think I would have ever gone on any of those competitions had they not scouted me out. Just
And
because
Idol
I
2,
don't.
Idol 2 scouted you out?
Yes, Idol
Wow.
scouted me out, I guess it's just because I don't really see music as like a competition. I know that people love to look at like the charts, the Billboard charts, and like see who's number one, who's number two. But I've really just never thought about music as being a competition. I've always just wanted to do it just because it's really just been a natural love and just something that I just wanted to do and see, if anyone likes it, then they like it. If they don't, they don't. But they scouted me out, so I figured, it must be a God thing. I must have to take
Yeah,
it.
things happen for a reason. I'm in. If you think I
Yes,
got it, I'm going.
absolutely. And I went out there, and it was I had to do like an executive callback, whatever that means. It was like this little like conference room audition with like some producers. But other than that, I went out there for like a week in August, and then for October, I had to be out in LA for a whole month in
Wow.
a little hotel room that was like two beds, a closet, a bathroom. Like it's basically just a little hallway, and that's it. So I just had to live in that for a month, but it was The Voice. They scouted me out. It seemed very promising. So I kind of had to, take the leap and take the jump and kind of do it just
Sure.
to see what happens. But what was really, really cool about, well, both The Voice and American Idol is that I got to meet so many people who share the same dream as I do. People who want to play music and people who want to reach more people than they would if they were just living in
Same goals
whatever
that you
town they're
have.
living in.
Same exact goals that you have.
Exactly. And meeting all these different people who love different genres, people from different backgrounds, different states that people are from. It was really very humbling to meet all of these different talented people and driven people also. And just getting to meet with these different people, and it really inspired me to be the best that I could be for the show, because it was a lot of pressure to be around all these different people who are fighting for the same spot as I am.
Right, you're
But
friends, but
everyone,
you're all got like, well, it'd be nice
yes,
if I got in the top 5 or got the golden ticket or
yes. And of course, nothing was guaranteed, so we were all just kind of like, we're all in this together. We'll just see what happens. But of course, we'll be friends no matter what. And I've actually maintained contact with a few of the contestants from both of those shows. But it was really just incredible to meet them. And of course, getting to meet the judges was just incredible. Getting to share my gifts with people who have already made it and people who have seen a whole lot more than I have. Just getting to give that to them and get just a little bit of feedback was just perfect. And I'm really glad that I got to do those experiences. And people ask me if I would do it again, and I don't really know what there would be to like experience besides what I had already experienced on those shows, because in the end I got to reach a whole new audience that watches those shows, and that I wouldn't have been able to see otherwise. So that's really what I'm most thankful for coming out of those shows. It's really just been amazing to get to meet new people due to those shows.
look, an incredible experience out of it tops the top. Whether you win or not, you had that opportunity, and there's no better experience than, like you said, to meet artists that started, that made it, and give their humble opinion. I know I read a couple of quotes here with Katie saying you remind me of a young Paul McCartney, and Lionel, at the age of 15, your talent is, I mean, that's all great stuff. Yeah, but to go back, you've already accomplished. I mean, just to be the winner. I mean, I was thinking today, what I did not know, and I'm getting prepared to chat with you, was nobody from The Voice has ever really made it. I could tell you
No,
American Idol, Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, Chris Doherty, Adam Lambert, but I can't name one person from The Voice that they probably got a record deal, but don't have that. Like Carrie Underwood, everybody knows that she started all those, the ones that I named, which was, and I'm not knocking them. I think it's a great opportunity for anybody, like you just
right.
said. So it's did you played Lady Madonna which was great. I got to watch that. Did you have to play a cover, or could you have played one of your own?
Yes, I had to play a cover, and I had to get it like approved by the big like producers and make sure that I was like allowed to play the covers. And that's actually why I played Heartbreak Hotel in The Voice, is because I had to pick from like a list of certain songs that I could or couldn't do. And I couldn't like do like, stuff that I'm super comfortable with, like
Girlfriend,
well, like Girlfriend, or like Beatles, or like Zeppelin, or Queen. I couldn't
right? Or
really like
Kiss,
do
or
any of
Black
that stuff.
Diamond, or yeah,
Right. So, and I that was the main reason why I did Heartbreak Hotel and The Voice. But yeah, as far as picking songs, you really have to like go through a couple of stages of like, well, we have to make sure that like this is okay, and then we eventually ended up on Lady Madonna.
Well, congratulations on getting that experience and getting the golden ticket, and getting that incredible exposure. Time to talk about the real rock revolution, where we are today with the 20-year-old, 21?
19.
19. I'm pushing it. Okay. Well, at 19, you're rocking with the real rock revolution, your band. Talk to me about Patrick, Cameron, and Joshua. Talk to me about the excitement behind Gypsy Woman, and what's the plan for touring. And once we get through this whole COVID thing, what's the excitement behind all of this?
It's really exciting because this song is my first song I've ever done with a band. I've always recorded everything by myself. I would do drums first, and then I'd go like do bass, and then guitar, and then vocals. But with this song, I've been fortunate enough to record songs parts together. So like we would all be in the same room. Josh would be on drums, Cameron would be on bass, Patrick on guitar, me on guitar, and it's just a different energy, and I think that comes across in the song. Just a different energy that you get when you play in the same room. But it's really just exciting, just the whole band in general. I mean, Patrick, Cameron, and Josh are some of the best musicians I've ever played with, and some of the best friends I could ever have. Patrick has been with me for a very, very long time. I think coming on like 3 years, something like that. He's been with me for a long time, and I've just found Josh and Cameron, and they're amazing, and I'm really happy with where the band is, and I'm just really excited that we're going to be carrying on and making new music and releasing more songs.
So is the game plan to put out another EP, or put out an album, or a single here and there, just to keep things going?
There's not really a super like set in stone plan yet. It's all very much indefinite right now. I think beyond Gypsy Woman, I think we're going to be planning to release another single next month, in the month of May. But besides that, I'm honestly not really sure, but we're constantly writing, constantly trying to, write the best song that we can write, and really trying to prepare for that time when we are ready to make a package, like Believe It, like an album or an EP, something that's really going to make a statement for the band as much as Believe It made a statement for myself.
Well, Gypsy Woman certainly makes a great statement. It's a great rock song. I mean, your band definitely guitar driven, hard hitting rock and roll, and that's right up my alley. Will you throw in some of your solo stuff with the band on tour, or you kind of, it's now we got to the fork in the road, and now I'm just gonna keep going with where I am today?
I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of my solo songs with the Rail Revolution, and also even some songs that we haven't even released yet. We're as I said, we're constantly writing, and we've gotten some songs pretty far along, but we're always like critiquing ourselves, being like, oh, we could shorten this section, or we could add this. We're constantly just changing our songs, but we are playing it live just to see how they're received, like around Texas and all that. But yeah, especially when we play live, we're always playing like, we even play like Girlfriend, which I released like around, I don't know, like 7 years ago, somewhere around there. We're playing stuff like Girlfriend, and we're playing like recent solo stuff like Lead Me. But we're also playing Gypsy Woman, and we're playing like our single that we're going to be releasing next month. We're constantly playing all this different stuff from all throughout the songs I've released throughout my life. And yeah, it's really just a celebration of all the people who have supported me up to this point, and the people who have allowed me and have enabled me to keep going and to keep releasing music and writing music. It's really just a celebration, and I'm constantly just playing everything I can play in my discography.
In your catalog of music.
In my catalog.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds like the Beatles in the catalog.
Yeah.
Griffin Tucker's greatest hits. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Number one liner, right?
Thanks,
the writers of well, man, Griff, I could talk to you for hours. I think this is so cool and good for you, man. I am definitely going to be a fan in the Griff fan club army, whatever it takes. Got to get a t-shirt. We got to get you up here to Daryl's house in New York. And certainly all the best. we're going to be playing Gypsy Woman in a second. Griff is Griffin Tucker Music.rocks is his website. He is Griffin K Tucker on Instagram. I don't know if you're on Twitter. Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter. I think I'm also Griffin K Tucker on Twitter as well.
Okay, and Griffin Tucker Music on Facebook, and he's on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. It's all about analytics, and we got to make sure that Gypsy Woman gets to be 1 million views. 15,000. Are you kidding me? 1 million people watched him on American Idol. Come on, you got to support this guy. Griffin, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for putting up with my craziness. I'm happy I didn't go crazy with my bad New York as an altar boy, you know. I mean, no, I appreciate your time, and I've had a blast, and I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as I have.
Oh my goodness, I had so much fun answering your questions. You're such a beacon of light, and I really appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much.
And when the next single comes out in May, we want you back. I got to have you back and hear what the next step is, and we want you back. We want you here in New York. Now it's time to rock Griffin Tucker, so you know what I'm talking about, and keep playing it. It is called Gypsy Woman right here on Pat's Soundbytes. Oh, wait, before I go, where can they buy it? Where can they get it, Griff?
You can get it on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all the big ones. Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. Well, do that now. Buy it, buy it. But when he puts out the CD or the album, buy that so you can autograph it. You can't autograph Spotify, iTunes, and all that. But I want you to buy it. He's worked hard, and so has his bandmates. Okay, now it's time to rock Griffin Tucker and Gypsy Woman on Pat's Soundbytes, IGTV.
Walking down the street and being as quiet as I can be. When I walked upon this woman, she tried to cast a spell on me. She had long dark hair, just as black as night, with a secret that can't be told. And when I looked into her eyes, she hypnotized my soul. Who's that gypsy woman? What's she doing to me? She knows how to use her magic. She's crazy, psychopathic. Who's that gypsy woman? What's she doing to me? Locked inside her magic. How can I break free? Yeah. Falling deeper in a spell, I was under lock and key. I was mesmerized, I was hypnotized, my mind was leaving me. I had to try and save myself, all that I could do was run. And then she appeared, my darkest fear, and I was left undone. Who's that gypsy woman? What's she doing to me? She knows how to use her magic. She's crazy, psychopathic. Who's that gypsy woman? What's she doing to me? Locked inside of magic. How can I break free? Yeah. gypsy woman? Tell me what she doing to me. Locked inside a magic. How can I break free? Yeah. Who's that gypsy woman? Who's that gypsy woman?